morning. This is Vinney and Beau show. Some of you might know me, Vinney Chopra, and my partner, Beau Eckstein. And we come to you live at 9:30 Pacific, which is 12:30 Eastern, every Friday. Thanks for joining.
And I think, Vinny, honestly, we at some point we're going to start a affordable housing multifamily division underneath Monell Investments. I'll run the division. We'll have a nonprofit component, and we'll help.
Wow.
We could probably help this in a big way, really.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
It's been an exciting week. I hope it's been for you also. Beau, you have some questions, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of questions.
How are you, brother?
Good to see you, Vinny. Good to see you, Beau.
Oh, thank you. We are so privileged to have you.
Hey, Vinney, real quick.
Yeah, bud.
All right, I'll bet you sushi that you don't know what does SAS stand for?
Hi there, everybody joining us, watching us. We are live in 7 channels actually today in the YouTube, in LinkedIn, in Facebook groups and Facebook. Thanks again for liking the show. Please give comments, share, and we are here for a very big show today. Well, good morning, America. This is Vinney Chopra and brother Beau right here in Nevada. Actually, brother lives right here. Beau lives in Henderson. I'm at the Cosmopolitan casino or a resort or whatever you could say. That's Caesars. Is that right? Yeah, that's Bellagio. Bellagio is down there.
Mhm.
Paris is over there. And then, of course, Caesar's Palace, Trump Tower there, and Treasure Island and all that. Wynn is back there, right, Beau? This is your back country, man.
You know, they're building so many casinos now. I mean, Vegas, we're getting a Formula One racetrack here.
Oh
We're
my
getting
God.
an NBA team. Vegas is definitely the place to be.
It's happening.
I love it here. I mean, the only thing I miss is the beach, but we're only
Yes.
about 4 hours from Southern California beaches, so it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Totally. No, it's so great. I know I flew in Monday and we had Beau and I were together and everything and just kind of reminiscing. It's just great to be able to, travel around and meet with great people. That's why I'm here today. I mean, this whole week with the Shriners Children Open. It's a PGA golf tournament that happens same week, I was told. Beau, every week, same man. And I'm here, with of course Craig Shelley, my partner, with the Evoke, with the metaverse, with the NFTs, and we got stalls, and we also dropped 333 watches. They're like 5,000, no, 5858, $6,000 for the whole package. A lot of people are doing that, and there'll be some drawings and things like that and all that stuff. Legend watches. Anyway,
That's cool.
yeah. Huh?
That's good stuff, and that sounds like a lot of fun. And tonight I will be with you in the group and get to meet some of these amazing people you have talked about so far, which will be fun too. So tonight
Oh
we'll
my
have
gosh. I mean,
nightclub and
brains of people, man. I mean, I cannot believe what this universe is going to. I'm telling you, there's so much is happening in the crypto world, in the NFT world, in platforms and metaverse, because Facebook changed their name, to Meta. I mean, I met some brains. They're right there at the mansion, and the good part is they are fixing to take their companies to billions of dollars in 2 years, in 3 years. I mean, it's the new age now with the electronics and all these experiential settings, which with Web 3, which is not Web 2 but Web 3, and also the NFT and the Ethereum. And I mean, it's just crazy. I met this one guy. He built a robot, and it does the buying and selling for you in your account. And he showed me, like yesterday, he made $2,500 without even doing anything, because all this thing. Anyway, the key thing is, we need to be really in the present, see what's happening around. and what's happening, and then take part in it, right? If you take part in it, you are able to benefit also.
Yeah.
What we
Yeah. No,
would,
I think. Yeah,
go
I
ahead,
think it's
bro.
important. I think kind of what we wanted to talk about today is the power of your network and networking. And I'll just, 6, 7 years ago when I met Vinny, it was just out of the fluke. We were at a real estate event. I didn't know who he was. I ended up saying, "Hey, let's grab lunch." We grabbed lunch with like 6 or 7 people. I bought Vinny a sandwich, and then we've been
Yes,
friends ever since, right? And just think, we've done some loans together. You've mentored
yes,
me in syndication, and so it's so important for people to get out there and network. And I've been watching you over the years, and you're incredible at networking and getting into different opportunities. You're, like people. So like I look at like Vinny as he is always networking, and he finds himself and he gets into deals. Now he gets into deals because people want him to help raise capital a lot of times, and he's got the balance sheet now. So there's different reasons. So you got to find like your value proposition, I think, and like then it's just networking and leveraging and networking. Then you get on the board of directors. You start, once you get some
totally.
capital, you can start doing some angel and seed investing, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
diversifying,
yes.
because that's where you're going to hit the grand slams.
So true, bro. And I just committed almost 300,000 just in last couple of days to be into the other businesses also, like you just said, because you got to be in the seed rounds in a lot of these in fancy stage, but the business uh, plans are so strong, and I see the product being made, and which is going to really revolutionize. And and as a matter of fact, I mean, Plug XR, I want to talk about a little bit. I forgot about that. Shivaji is here, the CEO of the company, and he's going to be staying in Pleasanton, 10 miles away from where I live. What is the chance of that happening? And we're going to be meeting next week with the CTO of the Nike and of the Google, the top people who have invested millions of dollars of their money into this whole platform. Wow. So if those people are investing, why should I not also, And he's built this without even advertising the software he designed. By the way, it's not sure about that, but Plug XR is being used by, I don't know, 130 countries right now, and different developers are using that software. So that's the company I'm investing in the early stages. Yeah.
And what does it do exactly? Like, give us just the high level. Don't go too deep.
Yeah, what it is that, see, Facebook is doing, they changed the name to Meta. So metaverse is going to be the experiential, everything will be 3D sitting right in front of you. You could enter any part of the world and feel it and touch it, and you'll be in the world. What? I just saw he took my business card, put it into metaverse right there. It took it less than less than a minute, and then he put music to it. And when I give my card to anybody and they click on that link, it gets into metaverse. What?
That's
For
crazy.
35 bucks, anybody in the world can design that themselves. You don't need any coders or nothing. I can't believe it. I just can't. It's 130 countries. His software is used. Plug Plug XR, it's called. And so, what the best part is, he told me, Vinny, in the Meta in Facebook, they want to design it so that people have to rely on them. Always they have to bring, anyway, I'm not trying to bash anybody, but he designed something better than Facebook, because you don't need developers. There is no link between your product and the developer. You could just do it yourself.
So you get
It
it
was just,
basically, if I heard you correctly, he took your business card and it did
yes,
almost like it almost did a virtual reality, like a 3D animation of it. So you can now go into the metaverse or VR, and there's your business card, and then
you
you
got
can.
it. It's VR. It's VR, virtual reality, right there in front of my eyes. He did it within less than a minute
Yeah, it's crazy.
because the software he designed, it's got, and it's like, yeah, software he designed, patented, everything, but very small fee, $35. He said, what? I said, no way, no way.
so
you know
how would I go see your business card? Is there a way I could go see it eventually,
Okay,
or
what happens is once you put that into the metaverse, there is a QR code, and that's what you give to everybody. That's it. Just the QR code. When they scan it, they get into the metaverse, and then they have the whole experience of your card in 3D and everything
it'd
right
be
there.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, how cool would it be when they go to the business card, they can click on like one of the links, and then there's a virtual Beau that pops up and says, "Hey, man, I'm in the finance business. This is a project I just financed." I mean, that's where we're going to, right? Like, you're going to be able to have these. I mean, I think right now, like even like Zoom technology, right? It's going to be all virtual reality events.
Everything will be so experiential. I mean, I just am so, virtual reality is not far away. Within few years, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, and his clients are Amazon, big companies are already using his software. And I mean, it's revolutionizing because you don't have to, like, furniture you want to buy, it is already there now, right? You bring it into your home, and you will be able to sit it wherever you want with your laptop. You will see your home with the furniture. So it superimposes, and you are in the metaverse to see how the product will look on you or what you're buying, have the whole experience. So the cut rate, he was explaining a lot of things, how, the shortages, no, returns will be so low, of so many, and catalogs. He was sharing with me, he says, Vinny, how much money is spent on printing catalogs, you will not need anymore, because the whole catalog will be in the metaverse, and you will be able to flip the pages, the books will be in the metaverse. So I just get so fascinated with this whole, experiential. That's what it is. It's AR, artificial intelligence. No, what is it? AR.
VR, virtual reality,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
AI.
Vinny's, yeah. We
You
are.
had too many cervezos last night in Las
I know.
Vegas.
I had too many to drink.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so basically, um, so you're at this event, you're meeting all these, successful business
Great brains.
entrepreneurs,
Great
right?
brain.
And you're building relationships, and
Yes,
this is
yes.
kind of, you're diversifying, you're getting outside your space, and that's where you make great connections, and then you diversify. It's not like you're going to put your life savings into these
No.
startups. You put a couple hundred grand in these deals, because they're very early stages, right? You got to kind of pick when you're investing in, like, as an angel investor or a seed investor. You got to kind of realize that, hey, this seems like it's going to be awesome, but it's like 2 out of 10 are going to hit, and
You
maybe
bet.
eight, and the
Yeah.
2 out of 10 are going to hopefully 100x, which
Yes.
makes up for the 8 that lose, right? I mean, that's
Yes.
the bottom line about angel investing, it seems like, at
So
least.
true, so true, so true. And Silicon Valley has become now the angel investor valley, by the way, right? You know that San Francisco and all, and the tech is kind of moving out. And I think in my whole circle, and that's the beauty of it. We should talk about it. The key thing is how I get stimulated, or everybody could really, stimulate, is the mastermind groups, going to seminars like Bo, you and I talked this morning. I mean, you got to get out so that you could feel, touch, see what you want to do, what your interests are. If you want to be in real estate, if you want to be into metaverse, you want to be crypto, wherever, you want to learn so much that you feel comfortable. Knowledge is power. It's only power if you apply. I say that, right? You got to feel good about what you are learning. And of course, then you go to the top of the top people and meet with them, right? And unless you are fully convinced that they got a great business plan, they have brought the product, you got to see the product, you got to see what's this and why it's going to be, like, going viral is the other word, right? And I mean, I met this gentleman, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you. He designed on Burj Khalifa. If you go on the website, Burj Khalifa, the whole entertainment, lighting, and the sound and everything. And he's done Hollywood movies. He was there at the mastermind last night, and he shared with me this whole thing. It took him so much, like he's just one of the best designers and movie production person. So he was given that chance to do that for Burj Khalifa in Dubai. That was so fascinating, so fascinating. Anyway, but and I mean, so the thing is, there are so many great people who are, I mean, when you come with a powerful mastermind where there are so many people, I mean, just mind blows. You just mind, just
And
you say
but also too, like if you go to a mastermind, like what you do is you're immediately getting people's phone numbers. You're immediately putting them in your
yes,
phone.
yes,
You don't mess around. You're texting people. Whenever we have a guest on the show that has a podcast, Vinny's talking to them like, hey, I'll be a guest on your show if it's a good fit, right? Like I think that's key because if you go to these events and you're not talking to people, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Like you're only going to
totally,
grow by
totally.
get out of your box and like I see so
So
many people
true.
going to events and not talking to people.
So true, so true. And that's the worst thing. I was sharing that last night, the people say, I read this book, I did this, I listened to the podcast, I watched this show. Shit, I mean, what did we take from it, right? That's the big thing. What one, two, three, four ideas that we are able to implement in our life to make other people's life enriching them, and also making your life enriching, I mean, enrichment. But the big thing is taking action. Bo, I know I've seen your progress, brother. I'm so excited to see your progress, your business grow so much, in the last 3, 4 years, because you are applying, yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to like finding the right tools. Like for example, social media. I'm using Public, right? Automating social media. Leverage at the highest level is the key. So,
Totally.
getting team members in other countries to do editing of your film. Like I'm going to scale up in a
Yeah.
big way. I'm going to keep on adding virtual team members. I'm going to keep on.
Yes.
I'm going to have a sales team built. That's going to be not in this country. They're going to be making phone calls for me. I mean, you can stack this leverage. You keep on stacking,
Yes. Yes.
stacking these bricks, and that's how you got to climb to the top. It's like, how do you leverage the most? And even if we look at real estate, if we look what I was doing buying single family homes, I'm not stacking bricks versus Vinny doing more of a team sport where he goes, okay, if the power is really in OPM and other people's money, right? Because those people are sitting on the sidelines, they're making 1 or 2% in the bank. Well, why not make
Yes.
10, 15, 20% or more potentially, depending on the deal? So like that to me is the ultimate in real estate investing. That's the ultimate leverage, is to leverage your relationships with others and
So
doing
so
them a huge service by getting them huge returns.
That is so what you said last night. I mean, last night and yesterday also at the PGA. Also I spoke and everything. Craig introduced me. That's the beauty of it. I mean, his whole mastermind is about 150 people, very high top notch people. They make ton of money. So my sharing with them about their retirement money, self-directing, tax advantages, cost segregation blew them away totally. So many people want to meet me and invest with me and Craig, you know and it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling because we get so tied up in our profession to raise and earn and everything, don't have the time and and energy and everything to understand how the money can bring 20, 30, 40% returns per year. Yeah, yeah.
And I also think it's good. to fish in new lakes. So like you're going fishing in a new lake that you have never fished in, right?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
getting in front of people that have money, that don't
Yeah.
really understand real estate, don't understand the tax benefits, don't understand cost segregation.
Yes.
And like when they go, oh my God, you're talking with really smart people, but they
Yes.
don't know our real estate space.
Yeah.
And when you introduce it to them, they're like, okay, it makes sense. Like I could do this. I can maybe, offset some of my earned income. And like then you're opening up doors to these type of people who are in their own right extremely successful. But when it comes down to it, usually the most wealthy people in the world own a lot of real estate. At the end of the day, whatever they own, businesses, they own real estate. The majority
So
of wealthy own a lot of real estate. They invest in syndications. They invest with operators like yourself, because
yeah.
that's how they leverage their time. Their time is very valuable, like Vinny's
Yes.
time. And where can they get the highest returns is not putting it into, like, most of the time the stock market, but putting it into hard assets where they can also get the tax benefits. I think that's huge for high net worth people.
It's really huge, bro. What you're saying is, I mean, we do want to pay rightfully taxes and we want to go, be governed by the tax codes and everything. But real estate is one place where you get the leverage. 70 LTV, the bank says, I'll give you 70% of the loan to buy whatever you want to buy. Stock market, you get zero. Well, margins and all that, you could take it, but you got to pay interest and all. But in real estate is the one where the banks, the lenders, the groups, the family offices, they want to put money because it's a secured investment. It doesn't go up and down like stock market and crypto and all that stuff. So one should always be diversified. I always, say that. And real estate is one place, especially commercial real estate. I mean, single families can make here and more dime here, there. But when you get into commercial real estate, into like I'm into hotels now, 4 hotels we want to purchase. We got one already, 3 more in the works. And then, of course, senior living and multifamily, blah, 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 all that. But the real estate is the one with leverage, and everybody needs the housing over their head, right? Roof over their head. And there's so much shortage of homes in USA, and it's going to stay that way. There is no remedy for it, because that's what it's. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
no, I agree with everything you're saying. I think, the reality of it is that one is, I mean, what can we do today to move the needle, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's Friday. A lot of us are like, we're tired from the week, but the Fridays are the big day. The Fridays are the day that's going to set the next week up. So it's like,
Yes.
and I spend many weekends like you don't need to be at this event. You're going to spend your weekend there,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
you understand the value of these type of events and networking with the right people, because
Yes.
that's going to move the needle like that much further. So for somebody's out there that's listening, what's your kind of top tips for, like, let's just say that they're not an investor, or they have money, they just don't know where to go. They got to get in the right circles first, right? Like, talk
That's so
about that,
true,
Vinny.
bro. What you
How do you
say,
yeah.
man, we got to be stimulated from outside. If you're not stimulated inside, if we don't have the knowledge or power or even desire to explore, we got to go into the circle where other people are talking about it. In real estate, that's what has been your and my growth has come from going to the seminars, going to meetings, going to meetups, and they're free. All these things are free. The exciting part is you got to just find a little time. Now on the web, there are so many meetups. Just after COVID, it has given a new life to meetings where people don't have to leave home, and they are able to gather information and build relationships right on the web.
Yeah, totally. I think you got the internet, you got the World Wide Web,
Yep.
where you can do online events, you can do in-person event. Like, I during COVID, I didn't do many in-person events. Now I got an event on Monday I'm going to. It's like an all-day thing. I got
Yes.
a bunch of real estate conferences. I'm hosting one in the Bay Area.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes,
yeah, right.
yes,
Like like I think that the low hanging fruit is like just get out there and do it. Like, and if there's something that's not there, create it. Go to Meetup right now. Go to meetup.com, create
yeah,
a real estate group around your niche or what you want to focus on. And even if you're not the expert, you bring in speakers.
yes,
To get started, I would bring good speakers. And so you don't have to, like, a lot of people like, oh, well, I can't do that. I'm not that person. You don't necessarily
yeah,
need the person. You need to be the connector, right? You need to be the
yes,
connector. Like,
yes,
I don't need to be the guy that underwrites the multifamily project. I might just be the one that goes and raises capital. Or maybe I'm really strong at underwriting a
true.
deal. So find your strengths and go with it, and like have no mercy, don't be soft. And like it's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay to tell people no, and it's okay to get rejected. If somebody doesn't want to lend
for
me
sure.
money, that's fine, right? Like not everybody's going to be on the same page as us. And I think if you just build a
Yes.
thick skin, it's going to help you a lot. And then have confidence. Go into a room, and like when Vinney goes into a room, he's smiling, he engages people, and people want to talk to him, right? Like they're like, who is this older Indian dude that's got like always smiling and laughing? And people like when you go to an event with Vinney, it's like people are like, hey, I want to hang out with Vinney because Vinney's not only is he super fun, but he's smart and he's doing big deals. That's somebody I want to be near, right? So you want to be that person that people want to be near, whatever your kind of niche is. And I think just go into the room with confidence, right? Go in there and like acknowledge people, say hello, and just start talking to people. It's as simple as that.
So true, so true. Just asking, Bo. I mean, we gain so much. A lot of time we want to go into the room to impress other people, you know, and that's good. It's good to have confidence, but you got to be listening and absorbing and seeing what these people are talking about. If you want to know about any subject, just go to Google, just go to YouTube, and you put the subject name, you'll get the top people come to your door right there on your laptop, and you can start understanding that. No, thank you. The key thing is also it's the desire, it's time and money. It's the always what really is the struggle with lots of us is either the time or it's the money. And many times, with the family life and W2 job and all the things, life comes on the way to success. To be more successful, we come through lots of different, channels, hurdles, let's say, right? But you got to be able to sit down and say, what do I really want to do? And passive streams of income should be one of the goals where you are not involved, but you are able to make money while sleeping. That's the key. That's the key. All the rich people, they have many, 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 many streams of income.
I agree. That's the
Yeah.
goal that should be the goal for everybody because the more passive income you have, the more time freedom you have, which enables you to do what you really want to do. And then the more passionate you are about doing something, then you end up becoming more successful. If you're not
Yeah.
passionate about what you're doing, you're probably not going to be that successful. I mean, there's always the rarity that people become extremely successful and hate what they do. That happens,
Yeah.
but I would say the majority of people have a passion, and also they'll pay their dues. They'll pay
Hmm.
their dues. It's not like Vinny was an overnight success, right? We don't know Vinny 20, 30, 40 years ago. That's
Yeah.
different, right? Like he was always stacking bricks, and he exited as a successful career, and then that was 14, 15 years ago. Then you got into multifamily, and you
Yeah.
started just like everybody starts, putting one leg in the jeans and then putting the other one in it, and you bought your first 14 unit building, and it was tough to get it closed. You
Yes.
got it closed, and it was stepping stone. Then you were buying $3-5 million properties, 10, and now you're buying $80 million properties, right? Like
Yeah.
that's called stacking. That's called stacking.
Yeah.
I think stacking is so I think the big takeaways of this episode is ABN, always be networking ABN.
Yep.
I'm gonna coin that phrase. ABN. Always be
Amen.
networking
I love it.
and always be learning.
Yep.
Always be taking action and always be stacking bricks.
You got it,
Get out
bro. You
and get
got it.
outside your comfort zone. That's it. That's the key of life right there, I think.
That's the real way. I mean, reason I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada with Brother Beau. He's right there in his studio. I'm at the Cosmopolitan here, having time of my life and just fun. Life should be fun, you know. I mean, it should not be chore because when we say I want to do it, not that I have to do it, you know, I want to do enjoy and everything and meet people and get stimulated, you know, so that more things can really come in. You know, we bring abundance in our life when we want to, and that abundance comes from outside inside, inside outside. I mean, you got to give and take. You cannot just take. You got to give out also to get more abundance in your life.
I love it. Love it. Well, we hit our 30-minute mark. That
We
means our show
did,
is
we
coming
did.
to a conclusion.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next week. I'll be back in the Bay Area, San Francisco. It's the Vinney and Beau Show. We come live to you every Friday, 9:30 a.m. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
So happy to be on your show finally.
I'm a long-time fan and I watch all your guys' content.
It's awesome. We're very, very, very invested in our community.
It's wonderful to be here.
This is Vinney Chopra and also my good buddy Beau. And we are so happy.
It's amazing what's going to happen. So, we're amped up to do the show, and we got a lot of hype about the guest today, so I'm excited to.
Oh, I know.
So excited to come live to you all. Come to you live 9:30 every Friday. How to take your business to the next level.